again, but hello everybody. I'm kind of annoyed with the fact that I have to re-record this again, but anyway, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I'm going to teach you how to make a simple infinite jump. The kind of infinite jump speed through the air, just constantly fly forward through the air. Kind of script. And this is super simple. I have a version of it right here. Um, I kind of stole part of this, but I didn't need to. I can make this myself too, and I'm going to teach you how exactly to make this by yourself. So, all right, first thing you're going to do is I'm going to put this in Starter GUI. You do not need to put this in Starter GUI. There is also, I think you can put it in Starter Player Scripts, but I'm putting it in Starter GUI because it's convenient, I guess. So, all right, I'm gonna make a local script. You don't have to make a local script, mind you, because you're not putting this in a game. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not putting this in a game. I'm putting this in a script executor, but executors don't tell you your errors that you have made, which I am going to use the script analysis thing, so it tells me of any errors that I have done. But a script executor would not tell you the errors in your script. It would just break. And we do not want that. So, anyway, I'm going to start making the script. So, we're going to want to get the humanoid root part later. That is the primary part of the player's character specifically, and I'll get into that later. But right now, we'll do local, and we can call this whatever we want. I'm going to call it HRP for humanoid root part. I'm going to do game.players, and that gets all the players in the game. Dot local player, that gets the our player. Nobody else's player, just ours. And you can only get that in a local script, which when you inject scripts, they're going to be local scripts. Anyway, dot character, and I guess your player's character dot no, not dot. I'm gonna do wait for child humanoid root part. Alright. Wait for child pauses the script, waits until it finds humanoid root part, and it's going to find humanoid root part in your player's character. And then it continues. If it does not find your humanoid root part, then it will yield and it will break. Anyway, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get whenever the local player jumps. Your player, you're wanting to detect when it jumps. So game, get service, user input service. And that gets basic user input dot jump request. And that gets whenever you jump. Connect, and we're going to connect it to a function. That's pretty much all we're going. That's what it's for. You do connect to functions. You can also, if you don't want to do connect function like I did, you can do local function some func. Have your stuff there, and then you can just put your function there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the whole function there. Alright, I'm going to change this up a little. Just to make this a little bit simpler. I mean, simpler-ish, I guess. Local player equal to game.players dot local player. And since we got our local player there, you can notice that these are the same bits of code, so we can just replace that with player. So, now, we're going to get the player's character, and I'm going to do wait for child humanoid. No. What am I doing? Humanoid. Now, the humanoid is the thing that holds information about your character and just makes your player a player, I guess. It holds your health and just general information like that. I I don't know exactly how to explain it. But once you got the and like I said, that's going to wait. It's going to wait until it finds a humanoid in your player.character. So once we get the humanoid, we're going to change state to jumping. And sorry for these cuts. I'm just second guessing myself, like making sure I got it right. So that's going to basically do that. That right there is done. Every time jump request, every time we jump, is going to set our state to jumping again. So it's going to make us infinitely jump. If that's all you want, then you're done. But I'm not going to be finished yet. So next thing we're going to add is player dot character. No, I don't need to do that. Humanoid root part dot velocity. And you'll know what velocity is if you've taken science. But velocity is a vector 3. So we need a vector 3 to set our velocity to. So we're going to set our velocity to the humanoid root parts C frame, which our C frame is our basically our parts position and rotation all in one value, and then we're going to get look vector, and that's going to get the where the human root part is looking. So it's going to get a vector 3 of where we're looking. So, if we're looking up, it's going to be 0, comma 1, comma 0. The negative 0, negative 1 for looking down. And we're going to multiply it by 100. You don't have to multiply it by 100. You can multiply it by whatever, depending on how fast you want to go. 150 would also work and all that thing. Now, I said the humanoid root part was a primary part. What does it mean for it to be a primary part? Well, the primary part is like the main part of a model, which our character is a model. And when you have a primary part for a model, anytime you move that part, it's going to move the whole model with it. And, basically that's pretty much all it is. And we're setting the humanoid root part's velocity to where we're looking times 100. So that's going to just make us just go forward constantly at any time we jump. So